6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. Donald Trump has been elected as the 47th President of the United States of America. The Prime Minister has congratulated Donald Trump on historic victory for a second presidential term. Shahbaz Sharif has announced immediate supply of 100 megawatt of electricity to Gilgit-Baltistan. The Planning Minister has expressed the government's determination to fast-track completion of IT Park in Islamabad. The Minister for Industry says 4 billion rupees have been earmarked to promote electric vehicles in the country. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and around the world are observing the Jammu Martyrs' Day today. And now the news in detail. Donald Trump has been elected as the 47th President of the United States of America. Donald Trump cleared the 270 electoral votes needed to clinch the presidency to return to the office of the President for the second term, following his first tenure from 2017 to 2021. The Republican 78-year-old Donald Trump has defeated his Democratic rival 60-year-old Kamala Harris after a hard-fought campaign. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has congratulated the American President-elect Donald Trump on his historic victory for a second term. In a post on his X handle, the Prime Minister said he looks forward to work closely with the incoming administration to further strengthen and broaden Pakistan-US partnership. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has announced immediate supply of 100 megawatt of electricity to Gilgit-Baltistan. Chairing a special meeting of Gilgit-Baltistan cabinet in Gilgit today, he also announced the establishment of an endowment fund of 1 billion rupees for talented students of Baltistan and the Karakoram universities. The Prime Minister expressed satisfaction over the timely completion and high quality of houses specifically constructed for the 2022 flood victims in Buber village of Gizar district. He instructed the Gilgit-Baltistan administration to ensure provision of educational institutions, playgrounds, electricity and other facilities in district Gizar. Shahbaz Sharif said Danish schools are being introduced for the development of the education sector in Gilgit-Baltistan. He said development of all sectors of Gilgit-Baltistan is among the top priorities of the government. Acknowledging the cooperation of all provinces with the federal government in recent economic stability, he said the stock exchange has crossed the historic mark of 92,000 points. He said the increase in remittances and tax filers as well as the decrease in inflation are positive signs for the economy. Shahbaz Sharif said his government is fully focused on the development and welfare of the people of Gilgit-Baltistan, merged districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Baluchistan. He said the federal government is also taking steps for the promotion of tourism in Gilgit-Baltistan. He informed that the Qatari investors have expressed their interest to invest in the tourism sector of the region. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif inaugurated the newly constructed houses for victims of the 2022 floods at Buber village in Gizar district today. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister recalled his last visit to the area in August 2022, saying it was presenting a scene of complete destruction at that time due to rains and floods. He emphasized although the houses have been built with great effort, a third-party validation should be conducted to address any potential issues or shortcomings. He asked the Education Minister to personally oversee the construction of the school. Additionally, the Prime Minister called for the installation of chimneys in the newly constructed houses to protect residents from the harmful effects of smoke. In his remarks on the occasion, Chief Minister Gilgit-Baltistan Haji Gulbar Khan thanked the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif's support for the construction of the houses. This is Radio Pakistan. The Minister for Planning and Development, Ahsan Iqbal, has expressed the government's determination to fast-track completion of Information Technology Park in Islamabad. Chairing a meeting in Islamabad today, he stressed the importance of parallel development strategies to ensure the project's accelerated progress, setting the foundation for a sustainable digital economy in Pakistan. The IT park has a substantial area of 66,893 square meters. The state-of-the-art facility will provide comprehensive support to IT companies and startups, enabling Pakistan to compete in the global IT sector. The Minister for Industries and Production, Rana Tanveer Hussain, has said the electric policy will be announced by the end of this month to promote electric vehicles in the country. Talking to the media in Islamabad today, he said it is the vision of the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif to introduce electric vehicles in the country. He said some manufacturers are already manufacturing 2- and 3-wheelers in Pakistan. He said 3-wheelers made in Pakistan are also being exported. The minister said the government, under the directions of the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, has earmarked ₹4 billion to promote electric vehicles. He said the government will provide subsidy on 2-wheelers. Rana Tanveer Hussain said 100 e-bikes will be distributed free of cost among students who will be toppers of the institutions. He further said 40 charging stations will be established on the motorways, whereas around 300 such facilities will be set up along highways and other places. The Australian High Commissioner Neil Hawkins called on the Sindh Governor Kamran Khan Tisori in Karachi today and discussed bilateral relations. Speaking on the occasion, the Sindh Governor said relations between the two countries are strengthening with the passage of time and invited Australian investors to invest in the province in different sectors. The visiting High Commissioner informed Sindh Governor that investors of his country are keen to invest in different sectors in the Sindh province. Pakistan has deplored the use of disinformation by occupying states to suppress the people's voices in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and Palestine. Speaking during a debate in the United Nations General Assembly, Pakistan's delegate Amanat Ali said central to this manipulation are internet blackouts, censorship, and restrictive media laws enforced by occupying authorities. Amanat Ali said these actions are intended to delegitimize freedom movements and create an environment of fear, intimidation, and violence. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and around the globe are observing Jammu Martyrs' Day today to honor the memory of tens of thousands of Muslims who were brutally massacred in Jammu in November 1947. The day serves as a reminder of the sacrifice made by the martyrs and reinforces the Kashmiri people's commitment to their struggle for inalienable right to self-determination. Hundreds of thousands of Muslims were martyred by Dogra forces, the Indian Army, and Hindu extremists while attempting to migrate to Pakistan in November 1947. The massacre, which is considered one of the first major cases of ethnic cleansing after the Second World War, was aimed to alter the demographics of Jammu and Kashmir by eliminating the Muslim population in the Jammu region. In Azad Jammu and Kashmir in Pakistan, a series of events including demonstrations, seminars and special prayer meetings have been organized to pay homage to the Jammu martyrs. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian troops in their latest act of state terrorism martyred another Kashmiri youth in Kupwara district today. The youth was killed by troops in a fake encounter during a cordon search operation in Lawlab area of the district. And finally, the weather report. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions are likely in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, smog and fog is likely to persist in most areas of the Punjab during night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.